Studies show that those who gain weight through the holidays report it's mostly due to stress and busyness. Can you relate to that? Hey, I'm Steph Wagner. I'm a dietitian specializing in bariatric surgery, and I support patients in the everyday life in between follow-ups with their team, especially during the holidays. We've made it through one major holiday so far, but more often than not, we see that weight gain is not necessarily because of the day of Thanksgiving or the day of Christmas or whatever the holidays are. It's the day in and the day out throughout the whole season. So stress and busyness and an abundance of food and temptations all around us in our food environment. That's what makes these months hard for weight control, but wonderful in so many other ways. That's why I think setting holiday intentions is such a helpful practice to help you really enjoy what you love most during the holidays, but not feel like you're moving backwards when it comes to your health progress. Here's an example of what I mean by setting your intentions. Let's take traveling, for example. Let's say you're planning a trip to New York City. Well, New York City can offer so many amazing things that one person's trip will look completely different from somebody else's based on what matters to them most. Maybe one person is all about getting in that Broadway show that they have been daydreaming of, but somebody else might want to prioritize museums and they're not much into Broadway shows. It's just an example. Well, when you are going to spend the time and the money to go travel, you're going to name what matters most to you and fit that into your itinerary. That's what we're going to apply to the holiday season. What matters most to you? Put that in your itinerary, but let go of the rest so that you have space to enjoy and also space to make sure you are focusing on those 5 pillars of healthy bariatric living. If you need to know the 5 pillars I'm talking about, I just wrapped up a series and you can watch all of those below. The recap is that we're focusing on water, meal planning and food quality, movement, sleep, and vitamins. So naming what matters most to you can be really helpful to identify what gets you most excited about the holidays and most in the holiday spirit, which is why I made a guide, my 2023 holiday planner. It's free. It's linked below to get your copy, and it offers several prompts to help you really kind of get those warm, fuzzy feelings about the holidays and see, oh yeah, that's what matters to me most. And chances are it's going to be different person to person. Some people will really care about this certain Christmas music that they have to listen to, and others will really care about driving around and looking at Christmas lights, and others will really care about decking their halls, right? Everybody will feel differently, but it can also change year to year. Maybe you did love doing tons of decorating for years, but now you're starting to feel like that's not the energy you have anymore, and you're going to scale back on your decorations. That's an example of setting intentions rather than going through the holidays with obligation. By the way, we don't have to go to every holiday recital there is. Just fun fact, you actually don't have to. By going through these prompts, you might identify how many holiday events or holiday parties or holiday receptions are available to you and write down if you want to stop by briefly, if you're going to skip it, or if no, that one's really important to you. And we'll talk about how to handle holiday parties and holiday events because you can go enjoy those things, but again, with intention, setting the intentions in advance. It can also be really helpful to talk through the holidays and your intentions with your person. So again, that holiday guide is a great way to get those prompts started and get that conversation started, but it's not too late to start talking about now what matters to you in the holidays. We want to leave space, especially for things like meal planning. If you can plan out your meals and have good quality food in your environment, then it's going to set you up in a much better place than if you're running around and not eating quality food and then those temptations are coming around. The holidays are here, but we are going to do it together. So stay tuned. I'm going to have a weekly video talking about big holiday topics, but for now, my biggest takeaway for you is to name what matters most. Think about what you love about the holidays. Some of it will not be food related and some of it will be food related, and that's okay. Because if you name your favorite foods that you cannot do without, then it makes all the other foods that show up less important because you've named the ones that really, really matter to you. So enjoy, have fun, set those intentions, let us know what matters most to you during the holidays, and let's stick through the holidays together.